Whenever I think of Concord, I think of the Concorde, the plane that flew faster than the speed of sound, or right at the speed of sound, and it was going to get you to your destination faster than any plane. It was cool looking, it was unique, but it was expensive, and it was for an audience that, could afford it, which was not a lot of people, and over the years it was just too much. The operating costs were too high, and the Concorde went bye-bye. And now we've got another Concorde that just was probably the biggest flop that I can remember in the video game space. I've never seen anybody have a flop like this, and I've never seen Sony and PlayStation get behind something that just completely failed. I mean, we're talking like double-digit players on PC, which is, I hear, this amazing platform with a gazillion people out there, and I'm not somebody that plays on PC, but I'm not immune to facts, and when you have a low player count like that on a platform that has, a gazillion people on it, something's wrong. So today they announced that Concord is going the way of the Concorde, and they're taking it completely offline. They're ceasing selling the game everywhere, and they're working with people to give them refunds, and then they're going to reevaluate how to reach their audience. I don't think this game comes back. I think that this is a positive thing for Sony. If it does come back, then, I don't know what to tell you, but I think that this is them, taking a risk. They said, if they create 10 live service games and, they all fail except for one, that would be worth it. I'm not sure how much they spent on Concord. I'm not sure how much they lost on Concord. But I think it's a good move for them to just get out now. Get out! And, stop losing cash. They've got a great IP coming in Astrobot. I hope that is supported. I hope that there's an audience out there for super amazing polished platformers. I'm a platforming gaming fan, and this looks to be like a great platformer, completely polished. And I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to be a really great game. I can't wait for that. So I think, though, that this is a lesson that I hope Sony learns. And, this constant need for the forever game, the game that lasts forever, the game that makes money into perpetuity until everyone's gone, I'm not sure that is the end-all, be-all when it comes to creating. And I hope that Sony learns a lesson here. I'm not saying that they've got to go back to creating only single-player games, but you've got to learn how to not copy and paste what you see out there that's successful. Give you an example, and I'm going to use Nintendo. Now, I'm a Nintendo fan. I would defend Nintendo to the end of time, but here's what Sony needed to do. You want a multiplayer shooter. You want to get in on that. You want to keep people coming back to an IP that you create or you help create or you own. Do something different with it. Take a look at Splatoon. Nintendo wanted in on the multiplayer craze, but they didn't want a mindless shooter, so they created Splatoon. They stuck with it. Splatoon 3 is the biggest multiplayer shooter in Japan right now, and is big in Europe, and doing okay here in the States. Sony needs to do something different. Sony needs to be Sony. Sony doesn't need to be Apex Legends or Fortnite or anything else. Take those templates and do what you do well. Think differently than everyone else. And I think that it's a great idea to not put a band-aid on this, rip it off, stop it, end it, and move on. So that's what I think about Concord. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the video. Hit that like button and subscribe so that I can go out and buy a pack of gum with my 40 or 11 views that I get on videos. It's wonderful.